In a whimsical land far, far away, there lived a wizard named Waldo. Waldo was a kind and talented wizard, but he had one big problem. He was incredibly forgetful. He would often misplace his scrolls, forget his spells, and even sometimes forget to put on his pointy wizard hat before leaving his cozy cottage. One day, as Waldo was preparing to perform magic at the annual Enchanted Festival, he realized that he couldn't find his trusty wand anywhere. He searched high and low in every nook and cranny of his cottage, but the wand was nowhere to be found. Feeling quite distressed, Waldo set out on a quest to find his missing wand. He wandered through the whispering woods, where the trees shared secrets and the flowers giggled, hoping that someone might have seen his wand. He even asked the mischievous pixies, but they just fluttered about, playing tricks and leading him in circles. Next, Waldo visited the bubbling brook, where the water sprites danced on the sparkling surface. He politely inquired if they had spotted his wand, but they were too busy singing and splashing to pay much attention to the forgetful wizard. Feeling quite discouraged, Waldo trudged on to the Enchanted Meadow, where the friendly creatures of the land often gathered to play and share stories. He asked the wise old owl, the playful bunnies, and even the gentle unicorns if they had seen his wand, but no one had any information to offer. As the sun began to set and the Enchanted Festival drew nearer, Waldo started to lose hope. He sat down on a colorful toadstool, his head hanging low, wondering how he could possibly perform magic without his beloved wand. Suddenly, a tiny voice piped up from the grass beside him. "Excuse me, Mr. Wizard," squeaked a little field mouse named Mimi. "I couldn't help but overhear that you've lost your wand. I think I might know where it is." Waldo's eyes widened with surprise and delight. "You do? Oh, please tell me, little mouse," he exclaimed. Mimi smiled shyly and said, "Well, I saw a wand that looked just like yours stuck in the branches of the old oak tree near your cottage. I tried to get it down, but I'm much too small." Waldo jumped up, a grin spreading across his face. "The old oak tree, of course! I must have accidentally dropped it there while I was practicing my levitation spells yesterday. Thank you so much, Mimi." The wizard hurried back to his cottage, and sure enough, there was his wand, tangled in the branches of the old oak tree. Using a bit of clever magic, Waldo managed to retrieve his wand just in time for the Enchanted Festival. At the festival, Waldo performed the most spectacular magic tricks anyone had ever seen. Colorful sparks filled the air, flowers bloomed out of thin air, and the crowd cheered with delight. After the show, Waldo made sure to thank Mimi for her help, and he even performed a special magic trick just for her, turning a pebble into a shimmering golden acorn. From that day on, Waldo the Forgetful Wizard learned to be a bit more organized and to pay closer attention to where he left his belongings. And whenever he saw Mimi scampering through the fields, he always made sure to wave and smile, remembering the little mouse who had helped him in his time of need. And so, the land of magic continued to thrive, with Waldo's wonderful adventures serving as a reminder that even the most forgetful among us can find a way to make magic happen, with a little help from our friends.